So, see, just to sum up on the game, guys, the other night, Graeme, I think it's an opportunity missed for Celtic. I really do. I mean, Feyenoord, the Dutch champions, they went into it. The 3 results before it were 6-1, 6-1, and 5-1. And I think a lot of Celtic fans were expecting a sore one. But, I mean, I came away from that thinking, if Celtic got a draw there, it wouldn't have flattered them, really.
Yeah,
I know.
I think that maybe the one sad bit here where it's been reduced to this nearly, if perhaps, all these kind of words in between. I think the one thing I would say in Feyenoord's defence, I thought they were grown into it even the 10 minutes before half time, and after this in the second half they were just a bit more direct. I think when you watch PSV, they had that kind of total football element that Feyenoord, a slight note that would be that it's maybe not as pretty as some of the other Dutch teams when they're in full flow, but they've got a streetwise element about them, and they work Celtic out enough to take the game. And you can argue the merits of Lager Bielke, but at that point anyway, the game was turning, and then with the red cards, they were able to pile it on late. So I think there was so much fear going into the game among a certain section of Celtic fans that the moral victory of nearly getting it to 0-0 at half time maybe skews your judgment of how good a performance it was. And I think Rodgers should take credit for the shape. It genuinely was. It's hard to not camp in and keep teams out, and he did that. They weren't pinned into their box, but they were also keeping Feyenoord at bay, and that deserves credit. But overall, it wasn't as if Celtic hit the post and hit the bar and forced their keeper into big saves. It was what it was. It was a decent keep Feyenoord at bay until the mistakes happened, both through the goals and the red cards. But at the same time, I don't think you can write Celtic. Just take Celtic in this campaign. Now, we know about Starfelt. Swanee made the point. Jota leaving. But a couple of games at home, it used to be Fortress Paradise. They used to be able to get results. Maybe somehow they make that happen again. And the next 2 games are going to be crucial to make that a reality.
I think there's 2 things there. One thing you have to take into account. I would never claim to be a Feyenoord expert and watch them every week, but they were missing attacking players. Important attacking players, which meant they were having to bed in a new front attacking system. Maybe that explains why in the first 30 minutes they weren't as fluent as what you thought they might be. I think that was a part to playing it. And also, sometimes you just need to burgle a result. You know, it might just take one. You know, they get something. I mean, I remember it's Lazio next at Celtic Park. I remember the Europa League game. I think most people do. That was one of those games where just a couple of moments, you know, everybody remembers Julian's winner from the set piece, but Ryan Christie's goal, lovely made, lovely finish. That was a great example of getting just a chance. Doesn't he create bundles of chances that night, but they got a chance. And Ryan Christie took it, and it just turned the narrative of the game. And that's what it takes in the Champions League. That's what happened on Tuesday night. No. But for whatever, it's a bad goal for Celtic. It changed the narrative of the whole tie. And these are the moments that Celtic are going to have to grasp in this competition. Because there's no doubt, we all know the tempo is slightly different and the approach is different between Ange Postecoglou and Brendan Rodgers. We all know that. But they even had chances against Real Madrid in the first 30 minutes when they hit the inside. You know, they made openings at the start of the second half. Dyson made as a miss kick. You'll get chances, but you've got to take them. It's a very simple thing to say, but you've got to take a chance when you create one. And maybe if that happens, it may change the direction of flow.